Hi, I'm Lincoln Kincaid, founding owner of Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of North Central West Virginia. Today, I want to help you understand how to lift and how to carry safely. But before we go any further, I want to take a moment and ask you to hit the red subscribe button below so you get access to all of my videos as they come out. My desire and my goal as the owner here in Morgantown, West Virginia, is to help you help yourself. I want you to learn how to do things, how to take care of your body, how to prevent injury, and how you are going to love your life. There are literally thousands of accidents across the United States every single day where people injure their low back or a shoulder or their neck because they're not lifting and carrying properly. So you've all heard it said, lift with your hips and your knees, but a lot of times we don't know what that means. So I've got a box here today that we use in therapy with my patients. Now this box is very convenient. It has handles here. I know the boxes you're lifting, or if you're carrying big bags of dog food or something like that at work, or moving items that don't have handles, it can be difficult. But for demonstration purposes, this allows me to help you understand the basics of lifting and carrying. So when I'm getting ready to lift a box or a bag, I want to come at it squarely with my shoulders and my hips straight forward to the object I'm going to lift. Now this table is a little bit low, so I'm going to squat down so my arms are fully extended as I reach to pick up the box. I'm going to test it, get an idea of how heavy it is, and then I'm going to set myself. My back has a gentle arch, my head is up. I'm not rounded over picking this box up. I've got weight in my legs, my back and my stomach are tight, and I'm going to lift straight up and I'm going to pull that object into my body. Anytime you have to carry an object, whether it's a few feet or a couple hundred feet, keeping the box close to your body really decreases the leverage. It's all physics. It decreases the amount of force and effort required to carry that object. Now, if I'm going to set this box onto the ground, I've got my feet nice and wide. They're stable. My stomach is tight, and anytime you squat, my butt goes back first. I extend my arms and I'm going to squat all the way down now and set it on the ground using my hips and my leg muscles. So I get the question all the time, yeah, but I don't have enough mobility in my hip or my knees to squat that far. So if you can't do that, I want you to think about the angle of your back. I'm going to bend from the hips a little bit to pick this box up, which is completely safe as long as I maintain the arch in my back. So my stomach is tight. I've got the arch in my back. I'm going to stick my butt out just a little bit. And as I squat, like, oh, my knees won't allow me to go any further, or my hips. So now I'm going to hinge at my hips, but I've still got my stomach and my back tight. So as I get this object, I can now lift it up and then bring it close to my body and stand straight up. Ideally though, I'm going to set this box down. Ideally, if you have to do a lot of lifting and carrying every day, you really need to address any joint limitations you have. And what I mean by that is, if your ankles aren't flexible, if your knees aren't flexible, or if your hips aren't, there are some simple stretches that you can find in some of my other videos to help address that. And it's going to dramatically reduce the risk of you having an injury at work. So for me, as I get close to this box, I'm going to go all the way down with my hips and my knees now squatting all the way down, picking this up, bringing it into my body and standing up. As I go over here, I'm going to squat down with my arms extended and set the box on the table. Probably the number one way that people begin to injure themselves and set themselves up for back pain for years to come is they combine a lift with a twist or a turn. You see people, they'll get in a hurry and they'll do this. Their hips are pointed one direction and their upper body is the other direction, and this creates a lot of torque in the low back and in the the discs that are between your different spinal segments all the way down from your neck to your low back, really. So twisting and turning is not really good. I tell people, imagine you're a robot and you have to make small, precise turns so you're squared up when you want to lower objects to a table. So I hope all that makes sense. This is something that can be very hard to grasp if you're used to just bending over and picking stuff up. But I can tell you for sure, the number one way to know if you're going to have back pain in the future means, have you had back pain in the past? So if you're somebody that has experienced back pain previous to this moment, you really need to take this seriously. You need to get the flexibility and the strength in all your body parts to support your movements so you can get out of pain, do all the things in life that you want to do, and love your life.